Yes, it's live now. आ गया.
Oh,
Live, yeah, it is.
आ गया. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, Ji. Welcome to our mid-month online meet. We will still have our physical meet at the end of the month. So I want to keep on doing that. But yes, people were missing the virtual meet, and I'm happy. We have Sudesh ji from London, Onkar ji from Guwahati, Gunika from Noida. जो जितना टाइम आपको गुनिका जी नोएडा से दिल्ली आने में लगेगा ना, उतने में यहाँ से हम गुवाहाटी में पहुंच जाएंगे.
हाँ बिल्कुल सही बात है. I can imagine.
And then Dipali from Lucknow, and then we're gonna start first with Gunika ji, and then we'll move over to Dipali.
Sure.
Gunika ji, the mic is yours.
So today's topic is homecoming, and my poem is about what is actually homecoming in the end. I mean, what we do and what is actual homecoming for me. So here goes. Was there ever any place to call home? Packing and moving every other year, a new house became a new home. Every nook and corner committed to memory. From the peeling paint to the loose doorknob, I left a piece of me in some corner of every home that I'd made my own. Curtain lengths changed every time. Fitting and fixtures were never the same. A new home meant new friends, new colleagues, new faces to love and leave. Old things were discarded, new brought in. But these homes were also walls of different lengths. Not mine, not anybody else's. They were structures to live in. Homecoming was always within. So wherever I went, wherever I'd be, I always came back home to me.
Very nice.
Very nice
nice.
point.
Really. Very
In fact,
nice.
Gunika ma'am, I can relate to it because being married to an army officer,
Yeah.
Yes.
curtain lengths is something that I can absolutely relate to.
It happens.
And Gunika is also army girl, so you know.
Yes.
That's I could sense that.
I especially appreciate Gunika's choice of words and a bit of rhyme that makes the poem more interesting.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very nice, Gunika. Much
And the
appreciated.
ending is very good. Ending is very good.
I love the ending.
And
I mean,
yeah,
home
yeah.
is where the heart is, so to
Yes,
say.
it's where you are. It's home is you are your own home, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It is really nice.
Dipali ji, yours. Mic is
thank-
yours.
Yeah, actually, मैंने कुछ homecoming पे poem नहीं लिख पाई थी for some reason, but आज सुबह जब मैं ऐसे सोच रही थी तो I realized that my mom is coming tomorrow. So I thought I should connect it with that.
We have met her. You
Yes.
introduced her to us on this.
Yes, so I thought it's a better way. I thought the homecoming means that she's coming also home. So I have just written something around that, and
Please.
it goes to my memories of the childhood. कितनी इत्तेफाक की बात है ना कि आज होमकमिंग का टॉपिक मिला और कल ही मेरी माँ काफी दिनों बाद यहाँ वाले घर आ रही है. एक्साइटमेंट नहीं है मुझे, पर एक सुकून सा है, क्योंकि घर का एक ही नहीं बल्कि हर कोना उनके बिना खाली रहता है, जिसे वो हर दिन भरती है अपने ही बेबाक अंदाज और जिद्दा दिली से. वेलकम होम माय मॉम. मम्मी तो स्पेशल होती ही है, पर जरा बात करूं उसकी भी. समझ रहे हो ना आप किसकी? अब पहले की तरह कोई तैयारी नहीं होती उसके आने पर, कुछ सजाने का जतन नहीं होता, बस एक सहज तरीके से हम लोग मिल लेते हैं. तैयार रहते हैं बस चाय के वो 2 प्याले और वो बेपरवाह बातों का एक बक्सा जो खुलने के लिए बेकरार रहता है. चाय और बातें अब हर तैयारी को पूरा कर देते हैं. वैसे एक चाय का प्याला मैं उसके जाने के बाद भी पीती हूँ, उसको महसूस करते हुए, जो चाय की चुस्की लेती हूँ तो जैसे ऐसा लगता है जैसे वो सामने ही बैठा हो। चाय की बात करते करते हर बार की तरह मैं होम कमिंग भूल गई ना। वैसे किसी के घर के आने पे चाय ना बने ये तो मुमकिन नहीं है, इसलिए होम कमिंग एंड टी मस्ट गो टुगेदर। वैसे मुझे होम कमिंग से एक और बात याद आई। एग्जाम हो, बारिश हो, तूफान हो, टिकट ना मिले, कुछ भी हो, शिवरात्रि में दिल्ली से जम्मू जाना पक्का था। अब समझ भी पहले कम थी, इसलिए आईएसबीटी में घंटों वेट करती थी बस का। फिर
Very
चाहे वो
nice.
पंजाब रोडवेज की शू मार्कर वाली राइड हो या फिर वोल्वो बस में बिना बात के बजने वाले वो तड़कीले गाने, दिमाग में सिर्फ एक बात होती थी कि आज घर जाना है। कोई थकान नहीं, कोई कंप्लेन नहीं, बस शिवरात्रि पे घर जाने की एक्साइटमेंट। और आज वही लड़की, मतलब कि मैं, ट्रैवल करती हूँ सिर्फ अपने कंफर्ट के लिए। आई हैव बिकम सो कंफर्टेबल, सो कंफर्ट ओरिएंटेड इन माय ट्रैवल दैट ट्रैवल हैज टेकन अ बैक सीट। पता नहीं कैसे कंफर्ट हम पर हावी होने लगता है, और अब होम कमिंग इवन फॉर फेस्टिवल लुक्स लाइक एन एफर्ट समटाइम्स। होम कमिंग से एक और बात याद आई कि होम कमिंग हमारे यहाँ जब कोई गुजर जाता है तो एक अलग लेवल का होम कमिंग होता है। जो बच्चा शायद कभी अपने घर वालों से नहीं मिला, अचानक से 13वीं तक पूरा रुकने का प्लान बना लेता है। खाने में नए नए पकवान बनते हैं, और किसी ना किसी ओकेजन की तरह कोई ना कोई फूफा मूसा किसी ना किसी बात पे नाराज हो जाते हैं। होम कमिंग का
nice.
क्या है वैसे, जहां मिलो वही होम। कभी किसी अनजाने से मिलके लगता है जैसे बस यही घर है, और कई बार अपने ही घर में लगता है जैसे किसी अनजान जगह में बैठे हैं। पर इस दिवाली I wish that we all do a homecoming to a better health, a peaceful lives ahead in whichever ways we are, and that becomes our home. Thank you.
Very nice, really.
Great.
Very
Very
nice.
nice.
Chopra
Lovely.
ji,
Thank you.
I want to say something on it.
Sure, ma'am.
चोपड़ा जी, मैं भी अपनी बेटी के घर आई हुई हूँ यहाँ पे लंदन में, and she has the same feelings for me.
Yes.
Thank you
It's a
so much
universal
for-
feeling.
Universal
Yeah,
है
it
ये
is.
सब.
Yeah, it is. It is, of course. Thank you.
It's a nice mix of Hindi and English.
हाँ हाँ, वो तो हमारी दीपाली is a multilingual poet. In fact, that is one thing I have learned, is that language in poetry is actually immaterial.
Yeah, it is.
We have actually had poems in Chinese, in Bahasa, in Bengali, a number of other languages, and it's really, my wish that I could get a poet recited in Punjabi. मुझे क्योंकि जब मैं बच्चा था तो मेरी मासी जो वहाँ से है, मतलब लाहौर से है, she used to have a lunch in which her husband's sister and the relatives, after lunch, they used to stand in the same dining room, the big dining room, पुराने ज़माने वाला, and then recite Punjabi poetry. Half of which I understood, half I did not. But I remember I have very fond memories of poetry, of poems at lunch. Especially. Yeah. Good. And Simrat is here.
Yeah, Simrat joined after a long time.
I
She's
know.
come.
Actually, Simrat went through a tough time. So I hope she's now recovering. Simrat, you want to unmute and say hello to everybody? Nice to see you again after a long time.
Hello, good evening, my lovely buddies out at DPC. It is such a pleasure to see you all live. And thank you for having me here. That's true, Rajiv. I shared it with you. I've been going through difficult times on the health front, and now taking treatment also for that. And homebound, so that has, of course, opened the doors for DPC virtual meet for me.
Yes, definitely. And you are in Amritsar, Simrat, or
Gurgaon.
Acha, you're in Gurgaon now. Okay. All right. Welcome.
Thank you so
Welcome.
much. Thank you, Gunika.
Yeah.
Welcome, Simrat. Lovely to
Thank
see
you, Gunika.
hear from you again.
lovely
And
to
do
have
It's
you.
such a
soon
pleasure
take
to
care
see
of
you all
yourself.
after such a long time.
Lovely. Chalo.
Thank you for having me.
Next lady, I'm giving it to the ladies first before we come to the men. And And unless somebody's in a hurry, please raise your hand if somebody's in a hurry.
Yeah, I will be leaving. So wish
Yeah.
you a very happy Diwali, everyone, and we'll catch
Yeah.
up in the
Thank you.
next meet.
Thank you.
We'll
Bye-bye.
catch
I'm
up.
Very
sorry I
happy
could
Diwali.
not stay to listen to everybody, but please do share your poems in the group. I love to read them.
Yeah. By the way,
Okay.
this is live, so you can also hear the recording on YouTube.
Perfect.
Uh,
Thank you so much.
Later on.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Ji.
Happy
And
Diwali.
hope to see you in person on the last Saturday of the month.
Definitely
Okay.
will try. Bye-bye.
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 No, but I
Ah,
hope along with the physical meeting, those who cannot join the physical meeting can join through video conferencing.
that is what people have told me, that
Yeah.
they have got used to a in-person meeting, which frees them from travel, even in
That's-
Delhi. So Delhi maybe travel becomes a big
It's
issue.
terrible. Yeah.
So that is what I'm that's a thing I'm planning to do next time. I carry my laptop, and ये तो carry हो ही सकता है, and camera साथ में थोड़ा सा ऊपर लगा दो.
Yeah,
then
it's possible we can join.
Yes, and if possible, people outside can also.
Yeah.
Acha. With that, Sudesh ji, would you like to take the mic at the moment?
Actually, Rajiv ji, I got the message just today morning, and I
Acha.
thought of it. I just read one poem. It's not Ghar Wapsi or something.
That's
It's
all
a
right.
return to some solitude, something. I like this
Yes.
poem. And so
Yeah. Please.
it's
That also is a homecoming in a way.
it's a return to solitude. The poem is, it is moonlit, windy night. The moon has pushed out the Milky Way. Clouds are hardly alive, and the grass leaping. It's the hour of return. We want to go back, to return to the sea of the solitary corridors and halls of wild nights, explosion of grief, diving into the sea of death, like the stars of the wheeling pair. What shall we find when we return? Friends changed, houses moved, trees perhaps with new leaves. That's all. It is a small poem.
Lovely. Yes. I enjoyed that. Yes, sometimes small poems are,
Yes.
Yeah. I couldn't write myself because the message was that time was too short. So
that's all right. When we come around for the second round, you can dig out another poem of yours, Sudesh ji. And okay.
मैं एक
Thank you.
छोटी सी राजीव जी इंटरजेक्शन कर रहा हूँ.
हाँ जी.
ये एक मैंने थोड़ी हरियाणवी स्टाइल में सिर्फ 4 लाइनें लिखी थी कभी.
अच्छा.
छत पे सोया मैं जदे, कहा मुझसे रब ने, पूरी धरती छान ले, आखिर आवेगा घर में.
Yes.
Very nice.
East
Very
or
nice.
west, east or west, home is the best.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, homecoming has various connotations to it, Yes. Lovely. Okay, great. Shall we go to Onkar ji from Guwahati? Onkar ji, anything exciting?
Okay. हाँ
Yeah.
हाँ, हाँ. मैं पहले अपनी कोई कविता सुनाऊं, इसके पहले मैं किसी और की 2 पंक्तियां सुनाऊंगा जो
Sure.
मुझे बहुत पसंद है. किसी का एक शेर है, ये सर्द रात, ये आवारगी, ये नींद का बोझ. ये सर्द रात, ये आवारगी, ये नींद का बोझ. हम अपने शहर में होते तो घर चले जाते.
हम अपने फिर से बोले
में होते तो घर चले जाते. हम
Very
अपने शहर में होते
Very
तो
nice,
घर
sir.
चले जाते.
वेरी नाइस, बहुत अच्छा.
Very nice.
Oh, I see. Right.
Recently, the
Nice.
way your village changes, on that I read 2 beautiful lines recently. written by somebody else. He said कि the beginning was like this. मैं अपने गांव में अपना पुराना गांव खोजता हूँ. It started like this. So on a similar theme, my poem now. अब वे रास्ते नहीं रहे. Changing village. This is the reality. अब वे रास्ते नहीं रहे जिन पर मैं चलता था. पक्की सड़कें हैं जिन पर बैलगाड़ियां नहीं, मोटर कारें दौड़ती हैं. पैडल वाले रिक्शे नहीं, अब बैटरी रिक्शे चलते हैं. पक्के मकान उगाए हैं खुले मैदानों में. गुम है वे गरीब से होटल जिनमें चाय समोसे बनते थे. टीन के देवालय की जगह अब भव्य मंदिर खड़ा है. अंग्रेजी बोलते बच्चे अब सर्र से निकल जाते हैं. हाँ, अब भी वही है वह स्कूल जिसमें मैं पढ़ता था, पर मुझे पहचानता नहीं. कभी जाता हूं तो पूछता है, वह कौन सा साल था जब तुम यहां पढ़ते थे.
Yeah,
Very nice.
Thank you.
lovely, lovely.
Very nice. Really.
Very
Good memory. Good vision of new India and things like that. Very nice. Really.
मुझे ना ओंकार जी का जो सिंपल स्टाइल है विद द डीपर मैसेज, वो हमेशा बड़ा अच्छा लगता है. आई रिमेम्बर पहली बार वो आए थे, उन्होंने एक पोएट्री कही थी जब वो रिटायर हुए थे, और वो गाड़ी आपके पास है वो पोएम कहीं पर ओंकार जी?
याद नहीं है, अभी मेरे सामने नहीं है.
हाँ, वो मुझे इतनी अच्छी लगी थी वो पोएम. It was a message of what happens when you retire, and then and then you figure out what you were doing all these last 35 years. Was how meaningful it was, or unmeaningful, depending upon how you look. Wonderful. Onkar ji, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, let's move on. Bhatia ji. I'm
Haji.
sure you have.
Sorry, I was for a moment not here, but I have come back.
अच्छा.
तो मतलब मैं
Just
कुछ
in
देख रहा
time.
था एक्चुअली. तो ये एक मेरी पुरानी कविता है.
आपने जरा वीडियो ऑन करें भाटिया जी.
हाँ जी सॉरी. मैं एक्चुअली क्या है कि अब मैं पढ़ूंगा कैसे, अगर मैं वीडियो ऑन करता हूँ तो मेरी
अच्छा, ठीक
कविता
है.
चली जाती है.
ओके, और ठीक है, रहने दीजिए.
जी.
व्हाटएवर.
कविता का कोई शीर्षक नहीं है, पर कविता अपने आप में ही बता देगी कि वो क्या है. बदल रहा है सब, हवा और पानी, खेत खलियान, घर मकान इंसान, जंगल कम हो रहे हैं और जानवर विलुप्त. बदल रहा है खाना भी, कमाने भर जिस रोटी को लग जाता था जीवन, आज बर्गर पिज्जा पर पलता है यौवन. बदलाव भी बदल रहा है. कल तक कान से चिपका रहता था हाथ, अब टच स्क्रीन से छूटता नहीं साथ. सुना है जीन्स का खुलासा हुआ है, अब हमारी हर बीमारी का होगा होने से पहले इलाज. संतान कैसी हो, सफेद काली या पीली, खेलने में माहिर ये दिमाग से उस्ताद. सब जैसा चाहे हो जाएगा, अपना चाहिए या शाहरुख का, ऐश्वर्या जैसी नाक, टॉम क्रूज जैसा चेहरा, सब संभव होगा. रिश्तों की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, सब पैक्ड फूड की तरह मिलेगा. 2 किलो प्यार ले लें या किश्तों में माँ बुक करवा लें. 1 घंटा किसी का बच्चा उधार ले लें, ना पसंद आए तो पैसे वापस.
Wonderful.
मशीन से कोई भी विषय की जानकारी अपने दिमाग में रिकॉर्ड करवा लें. 2 घंटों में इंजीनियर या डॉक्टर बने. ना जचे तो जानकारी इरेज करवाएं, वकील या कुछ और बन जाएं. शरीर पर लगा बटन दबाएं और मन ही मन संगीत सुन लें, नहीं तो मशीन में बैठें और कहीं की भी यात्रा का अनुभव कराएं. ये है जी नया जमाना।
Very true.
बहुत बढ़िया, वेरी डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ।
Yes, that's right. We need poetry, huh? to remind
Really?
us.
With genetic engineering and all these things coming up, cloning and whatnot, a time will come even brains will be erased or recorded as required.
Ah,
So
that's right. Chalo,
we can only visualize. लोग कहते हैं कि तरह तरह की इमेजिनेशन को कि लोगों ने भविष्यवाणियां की थी, लेकिन अगर आप लिटरेचर पढ़ेंगे तो आपको इंटरनेट की भविष्यवाणी किसी ने नहीं की थी। और इंटरनेट ने जितना बदलाव दिया है वर्ल्ड को, ह्यूमैनिटी को और इन जनरल सबको, वैसा बदलाव शायद ही किसी चीज ने, इवन इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन ने उतना बदलाव नहीं दिया था जितना अकेले इंटरनेट ने दे दिया।
ठीक है।
तो आगे आने वाले टाइम में क्या क्या आने वाला है पता नहीं, कह नहीं सकते।
Vinod ji has joined us. Vinod ji,
he is on silent, mute है।
हाँ, mute है विनोद जी, आप अनम्यूट करें एंड जॉइन अस प्लीज, और अपना चेहरा भी दिखाएं। So while you do that, I want to recite a poem. एक ना मैंने अपने वहाँ पे भी पोस्ट करा था व्हाट्सएप में, और वहाँ पर एक, I'm very fond of a new upcoming talent called Nikita Parekh, who is in Calcutta and who's been writing poetry for quite some time, and she's also a Sahitya Kala Academy की winner भी है poetry की। So she recently released her new book, My City is a Murder of Crows.
Murder of
crows.
Okay.
तो जो ग्रुप होता है ना क्रोज का, उसको मर्डर कहते हैं, जैसे लायन को।
हाँ, पंजाबी में डार कहते हैं जी, डारा दे डार।
So I am happy to recite one of her poems. मैंने 2-3 पोस्ट भी करी थी, but this is the one I really enjoyed. And her poetry book I encouraged everybody to buy. I mean, if we don't support other poets, then who will? So anyway, this one's called Affliction. One summer, I inhaled your absence with the breeze. It has infested my lungs. Its wet heaviness has since lingered, coexisting as if in a symbiotic relationship. Some nights it becomes the Giloy creeper that had died under my watch and never bore leaves. On said nights, it climbs my throat, chokes my breath, silently strangles my ability for language. On other days, I sneeze some of it onto a paper, call it poetry. To transcend grief, you must allow it to fill you. How do you transcend absences? That's
very nice. मैंने ये पढ़ी थी, आपने पोस्ट की थी तो मैंने पढ़ी थी।
Yes, it's an amazing poem.
मैं और करता, लेकिन सीन क्या है कि मेरी वाइफ एंड माय डॉटर हैव गॉट कोविड, और ये किताब उनके कमरे में पड़ी हुई है मेरे बेडरूम में। I've been kicked out, so they are in isolation and they refuse to hand over the book to me. कह रहे इस पर भी कुछ कोविड के जर्म्स हो गए,
वायरस होंगे।
हाँ, वायरस होगा, नहीं तो मैं 2-3 और पोइट्स पढ़ देता उनके। विनोद जी नमस्कार।
Namaste. Am I still on mute or what?
No, you are not on
okay,
mute.
but we can't see you.
Okay. ऐसा लग रहा है कि कई साल पहले किया था।
अरे नहीं, हाँ थोड़ा टाइम हो गया विनोद जी। वो क्या होता है, महीने में हम एक बार ऑनलाइन करते थे, पहले हम 2 बार करते थे, अब हम 1 बार करने शुरू कर गए, इसलिए थोड़ा टाइम लग जाता है। अगर आपने एक भी मिस हो गया तो मतलब फिर वो 2 महीने निकल जाते हैं।
भूल गए। आया वीडियो नहीं आया, मैं तो अपना देख रहा हूँ।
आप खैर हम तो नहीं देख पा रहे, but it's okay.
Okay.
Rashmi ji, do you have some poem you want to share? जब तक हम
No. I am a listener today. Next time I'll definitely share.
हाँ वैसे मैंने बहुत बार देखा है कि थोड़ी देर के बाद ना वो पोएट का जो बाकी पोएम सुनकर ना इंस्पिरेशन मिल जाती है।
नहीं, खुद ना भी लिखूं, किसी की तो शेयर कर ही पाऊंगी।
हाँ,
शायद नहीं लिख पाऊंगी।
हाँ नहीं, या किसी और की, जैसे मैं भी लिखता, मैं बड़ी कम लिखता हूँ, वो भी when I'm pressed. हाँ, okay Diwali, okay, you're living, yeah, bye-bye, happy Diwali, and hope to see you again next time.
Happy Diwali to everyone. Yeah, thank you.
Diwali.
Happy Diwali to you.
Vinodji, Gunika was also out here, so she also had to go early. I think वो pre-Diwali celebrations होंगी है सब जगह.
Okay.
So anyway, Vinodji, you are the last person to join. So I'm just wondering, आपके पास कुछ poem ready है for a quick?
मेरे पास अपनी पॉइंट तो नहीं है, बट मैंने नेट पे ढूंढ रहा था तो एक बड़ी अच्छी पोएम मिली.
हाँ, sure. शेयर करें.
It's a sad poem because it's regarding the forces which go in the war, the bodies which come back. That is also called homecoming.
Okay.
And this is written by a gentleman called Bruce Daway, who is in Australia. And Australian forces had joined the World War and they fought in Vietnam.
Okay.
So the poem is like this. All day, day after day, they are bringing them home. They are picking them up, those they can find, and bringing them home. They are bringing them in, piled on the hulls of Grants, in trucks, in convoys. They are zipping them up in green plastic bags. They are tagging them now in Saigon, in the mortuary coolness. They are giving them names. They are rolling them out of the deep freeze lockers on the tarmac of Thames on Noot, which was the Air Force base the US was maintaining in Vietnam. The noble jets are whining like hounds. Now this is where he is bringing in some emotions. They are bringing them home. Curly heads, kinky hairs, crew cuts, balding, non-coms. They are high, now high and higher over the land and steaming chow mein. Their shadows are tracing the blue curve of the Pacific with sorrowful, quick fingers heading south, heading east, home, 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 and the coast swing upward the old ridiculous curvatures of earth, the knuckled hill, the mangrove swamps, the desert emptiness. In their sterile housing, they tilt towards these like skiers. Taxing in on the long runways, the howl of their homecoming rises, surrounding them like their last moments, the mash, the splendor, then fading at length as they move. On to small towns where dogs in the frozen sunset raise muzzles in mute salute, and on the cities in whose white web of suburbs telegrams tremble like leaves from a wintering tree, and the spider grief swings in his bitter geometry. They are bring them home now, too late or too early. So this is like, at that time, a lot of Australians went against the government saying, why are you participating in this war? They started with some 74 people being sent, and it went up to 7,000 during the war. 7,000 Australians were participating in Vietnam War. So it's a sad poem.
Yeah.
People can't see that sort of a scene.
Yeah, I read this very recently. I don't know where I read it.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it was in a newspaper or something.
Okay.
Yeah, it talks about a war that was not. I mean, Australia had nothing to do with that war, but they had to participate.
They had to participate.
Yeah.
Yes. And this poem for some reason, is prescribed in the schools as their English poetry session. So
yeah, actually, that is to be, appreciated, because in our schools, such, I would call it cutting edge poetry, which do not follow the national agenda, are not allowed. In fact, it has become sterilized. I would call it our education is sterilized now. So there needs to be a space for alternate viewpoints, and alternate viewpoints which may not align with any society's particular.
America is a good place for such liberal thoughts, where people can talk. Yes, to some extent, yes.
Yes.
Because
not in Texas.
Right wings are growing everywhere in all the countries, especially Europe and other countries, even Australia. So where, right wing nationalism is a very big issue. So such liberal thoughts are available only in certain countries.
Right.
Not anymore in India.
Yes, sadly. Sadly, which is a reason we have to ban politics and religion from our group.
Exactly.
It is.
Most of my poetry is either on politics or social issues. So I am unable to either post or narrate them.
Yeah. Well, the way I put it is this, that there is a way of saying something without being in your face. And poetry allows you to do that. Poetry allows you to give a alternate viewpoint
in an alternate expression.
In an alternate expression.
Yeah.
Without seemingly to dissent.
That's right.
So I, in fact, that's one thing I encourage everybody to do. You'll be surprised at how popular poets are in Chile, and the reason for their popularity was that the military regime never caught on as to what the poets are actually trying to say. Some of the love poetry which published as love poetry was actually dissent poetry.
Right.
So but the generals never got the hint of it, because sadly speaking, an autocratic regime also is limited in its IQ. Hi, Sheena.
Hi, it's lovely to see everyone again.
Hello.
Hi, Sheena. Hey, good to see you, Sheena. So let me introduce you to Sudesh. Sudesh is in London. And then Sheena is in Malaysia. So that's and then we have a new member, Rashmi Duggal, who's just watching us today, and hopefully she will dig out a poem next time. Onkar is from a small state closer to you than to us, actually. he's Assam, the eastern border of India, which abuts Burma and then onwards. And Mr. Bhatia, you may have known from last time.
Yes.
And Simrat, you may not know, Simrat is joining us after a long time, and she's always been a very warm member of our society, but of our club. But she went through some tough times. And of course, Vinod Mahindru, Vinod Mahindru is always with us. So welcome, Sheena. And we had just finished our first round, except for Simrat. Simrat, do you have something for us today? Simrat, you're on mute. Is she wrong? Or she may not be wrong. She may have walked away while she's anyway. Cyrus is also joining us. He did say he's going to join us a little bit late, but that's fine.
No. Sorry. No, I did not walk out of the DPC meet.
Okay.
I was just getting my blood pressure and sugar checked. Sorry about that.
All right. Yes, I'm sure the good poems will get your BP down. So anyway, Simrat, I was asking, hi Cyrus.
Hi.
Simrat,
Hi Cyrus, so good to see you.
Oh yeah, long time. Simrat, do you have anything for us today?
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
I don't have in my stable right now, but next time for sure.
Yeah,
I would love to participate.
Sure. No, not a problem, Simrat. I was just checking. Sheena, you want to take it away? All of us had.
I haven't actually got anything today because I haven't had time to write anything. Yeah, so I'm so sorry, but I just wanted to come and see everybody because I really missed you all.
Yes, it's wonderful to be. In fact, I got scolded when I forgot. The second Saturday was last weekend, and which is our scheduled one, and Cyrus and other people scolded me because I forgot about it. I thought second Saturday is like middle of the month kind of thing, not 10th of the month.
Yes.
So I'm repairing that flaw out here. So wonderful to be here. I'm gonna go in for seconds before I will ask Cyrus to give us a song out here. Let's see. Onkar ji, do you have anything exciting? कुछ और निकाला आपने interesting?
मैं एक और सुना देता हूँ.
Sure.
ये इस बारे में है कि घर में होते हुए भी हम घर के नहीं होते हैं, तो कभी घर वापसी होती ही नहीं है. तो that is the crux. अक्सर मैं सोचता हूँ कि मेरे दफ्तर जाने के बाद घर की दीवारें मेरे बारे में क्या सोचती होंगी. मेरी आलोचना करती होंगी या मेरी तारीफ. मेरे साथ उदास रहती होंगी या मेरे साथ खुश. मुझे अच्छा समझती होंगी या मुझे बुरा. मैं सालों से यही रहता हूं, पर दीवारों ने मुझे कभी कुछ नहीं कहा, न ही मैंने कभी पूछा. कभी कभार मैं जल्दी घर आ जाता हूं, दरवाजे पर कान लगा देता हूं, पर न जाने कैसे दीवारों को पता चल जाता है और वे हमेशा की तरह खामोश हो जाती है. That is it.
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत
wonderful.
बहुत सुंदर है, बड़ा true to life है.
Yeah, wonderfully done.
एक बार मैंने कुछ ऐसा लिखा था कि जब मैं मेरी फैक्ट्री का जो ऑफिस था उसमें मच्छर बहुत थे, तो अक्सर एक ख्याल आता था और मैंने एक छोटी सी लिखी थी, पर अब याद नहीं वो, कि जिस दिन छुट्टी होती है वो बेचारे क्या करते होंगे. तो एनीवे, अभी एक सोशल इशू पे सुनाऊं क्या मैं?
Yes. As long as you stay on this side of the line, it is fine.
हाँ. ये पोएम मैंने कुछ साल पहले लिखी थी, जब 3 लड़कियों को रेप करके पेड़ से टांग के उनको मार दिया गया था.
3 years back.
तो स्टार्ट कुछ ऐसे है: आओ भाइये आओ, देखो कठपुतलियों का नाच, मजा ना आए तो पैसे वापस। शर्त यह है कि देखने से पहले चेक कर लें कि आपके दिल में कहीं कुछ शर्म बची तो नहीं। यह भी टटोल लें आपकी आत्मा जिस थैली में बंद है उसमें कोई छेद तो नहीं जिसमें से सच्चाई अंदर झांक सके। आओ आओ आओ, कठपुतलियों का नाच शुरू हो रहा है। पहचान लें इन कठपुतलियों को। देखने में चाहे यह आपकी बहन सी दिखती हैं, लेकिन चिंता की कोई बात नहीं, ये सिर्फ लकड़ी के खिलौने हैं। देखिए खेल शुरू हो गया। नायक कठपुतलियों को नोच नोच कर आनंद ले रहे हैं। क्या आपको कहीं से कर्राने की आवाज सुनाई दी? ना ना, वह तो बैकग्राउंड म्यूजिक है। आनंद की सीमा देखिए। मदारी ने कठपुतली की रस्सी को जोर से खींचा और कठपुतली हवा में झूलने लगी। तालियां तालियां। मजा ना आया तो कल अगला शो होगा नई कठपुतलियों के साथ। तैयार रहिएगा, हो सकता है अगली बार कठपुतली का रोल तुम्हारा हो।
बढ़िया बढ़िया, बहुत अच्छा।
That's
A very hard-hitting one. Yeah.
बड़ी दिल दहलाने वाली बात कही है आपने।
जी जी
वो
जी।
दिल दहल रहा है इस बात से।
लिखने वक्त मेरी मनस्थिति कुछ ऐसी ही थी।
बिल्कुल।
yeah.
होगी जरूर।
It's
वो
sad.
वाकई में सोचने वाला विषय है।
I mean, a commentary on our social structure. It's so timely. In fact, I always feel we just don't see enough of this kind of commentary on social thing through poems or through incisive prose. You know, apart from reporting facts, but there's a commentary out there, there are opinions out there. We just don't see that enough, and it's dying out.
हालांकि उसके बाद में ऐसी घटनाएं कई बार और हो चुकी
हाँ,
हैं।
उसके this is not the only one. It happened recently.
रोज ही होती है, right.
That's right.
I mean,
सही बात है।
and all we have to say is how our GDP is growing and how our inflation rate is growing. Hi, Sarayu.
Hello.
Sarayu.
I'm here. Yeah.
Can I leave with your permission?
Of course, of course.
Huh? I have to go somewhere. Thank you so much.
But it was very nice, and please join us again next time.
Even I'll have to leave in 5 minutes, please. I'm
That's all
sorry.
right. We are there's not even, we come and we go, and what I have realized is some of us, 3 or 4 of us, always hang around, and people come and go. It depends on. I mean, this is not a very regimented kind of meeting. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And Sarayu, okay, Sarayu, while you hunt out a poem, I'm gonna ask Saras to sing us a song, and then we can go to Sarayu for a nice.
Okay. I actually discovered I have written a new poem. So
Oh,
yeah,
have?
but
Yeah.
it's not on the
Yeah.
theme.
All right, that's fine. Why don't we get you, Sheena, after we hear Saras's
Yes.
song? Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. Saras,
All right.
spotlight is on you.
Okay. So this is a song that I wrote many years ago. And it is about a homecoming, at least about the journey of going home. Those were the days when, like, I was a college student, and like all other college students that I knew, we used to travel by what was politely called second class 3-tier train back from Delhi to Calcutta. And this was written just about the cusp of night and dawn in a freezing cold railway bogie as the train was chugging along. it used to be a 24-hour journey in those days, but as I recall, it was not the hard bunk bed or the freezing cold temperature that had actually kept me awake that night. The rhythm of this song actually reflects the sound of the tracks and the wheels on the tracks of, and you've got to imagine this train going through darkness through a very, very foggy, cold night, and the protagonist lying awake. And this one's called Christmas Morning. So the sound of the railway tracks, which actually happens as a backdrop, goes something like this. Yeah, and so train is slow, day is dawning, feeling low, can't stop yawning. 4 o'clock, I'm still up on Christmas morning. Dark ring days, didn't sleep now, quick goodbyes, I could weep now. God, it's cold, and I'm told it's Christmas morning. Sleep now, quick goodbyes, I could weep now. God, it's cold, and I'm told it's Christmas morning.
Wow.
Lovely, lovely, Saras.
Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful to have you sing for us, for our small group.
Thank you.
Beautiful, Cyrus. Lovely.
Thank you. Thanks, Himmat.
Absolutely lovely. Beautiful, Cyrus, yeah.
Thanks, Rashmi.
Really nice. That is.
Thank you.
Cyrus, we'll come back to you for
The Chuk Chuk part is so interesting. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
The beat got actually built out of the movement of the train, So
Yeah.
And it was a 4-beat, right?
it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's what I thought,
Yeah.
So. All right, good. Cyrus, hang on out there. We'll come back to you. And I just want to get Sheena online, and then Sarayu, if you better be ready to.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. With that, let me hand over the mic to Sheena. Sheena, you're on the spot. Okay.
All right. This is not so much a poem as I'm not really sure what it is. I was very irritated when I wrote it. So I call it curses. Curses.
All right.
I've been looking for new ways to curse people. Inconsiderate drivers. You know the ones I mean. They speed when they should slow down and cut in front of you when you're trying to change lanes, even though you have diligently signaled for weeks before making your move, and then honk indignantly like you committed a crime against humanity when all you're trying to do is get to your exit so you can get home before your ice cream turns to soup. When I was younger, I used to mutter, "Dreba lambu," but that's demeaning to cows, who seem to me to be quite placid creatures. But what do I know about cows? Later, in a more virulent mood, I would mutter, "I hope a bird shits on your head." But then I was told that is in fact an indicator of good luck to come, though I see nothing lucky about it. I've been casting about for a good curse, one that won't shock children or parents. They're so easily appalled. I find shouting at inconsiderate drivers out loud quite therapeutic, don't you? A righteous burst of anger, and there it is, out of your system and into the universe. But I am mean. I want my curse to stick, to follow them and pounce and deflate them when they least expect it. For a time, I used to say, "I hope you crash." But that involves needless expense and inconvenience to innocent parties and traffic jams because people always slow down to look. I wouldn't want that bad karma to rebound. You have to be careful about these things. But I think I've got a good one now. May you be reborn as Ganesh. Now, that's a curse that will follow you into your afterlife. Will you aspire to delicately flavor a consomme? Or maybe you have ambitions, or maybe be the surprise note in a totally not invented yet culinary delight? Annoy me and on the road, and your ambitions will be cut off at the stem. You will be Ganesh. Garnish. It's an ugly word anyway, all gnarly and insubstantial at the same time. I would like to find the first person who thought that embellishing pasta with a limp sprig of parsley was a good idea and make them eat it. Worse than that are those people who make those life hack videos of how to turn tomatoes into roses and carve radishes into rabbits. Seriously, too much time on their hands. And why would anyone put something in their mouth that's been diced and sliced and handled so much? But my particular ire is reserved for people who stick mint leaves on dessert. Pavlova, I tell you, is a food group in itself and should be respected as such. Trust me when I tell you, it does not need a mint leaf, neither for that matter does cheesecake. So yes, may you be reborn as Ganesh, insubstantial, flecked to the tablecloth and discarded. Now get off my way, get out of my way, and where's my exit?
Simply awesome.
Lovely, lovely, lovely,
Simply
lovely.
awesome.
Absolutely.
Loved it.
Brilliant.
A friend of mine used to carry small pebbles on the side of his bullet motorcycle. If anyone misbehaved on the road, he would accelerate his bike and just leave one pebble into the air. He didn't curse anybody.
Okay, he didn't curse anybody. Yeah, I can't do that.
Because his bullet could run at speeds that nobody could, catch him.
Yes.
Sheena, that was a brilliant point.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
Thank you.
I think you should write in such mood. I don't wish you to be in such mood. Such a mood always got there. Yeah. Express yourself. It's wonderful listening to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, that curse inspired me to go get my rum and soda.
So now,
Akili,
Raji,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
there are inspiring curses and there are bad curses. And garnish is a great curse.
But I absolutely agree with you, Sheena. The mint leaf on a dessert
Yes,
is
yeah, I hate
is
it. But I like
unbearable.
it. I love mint on dessert, you know.
Unbearable.
Yeah.
I've
Well,
been
it takes all
weird.
sorts.
I love
It takes
mint.
all-
Yeah.
All right, Sarayu, for your mint leaf, and you
I
love for
just
mint
need,
leaves. Yeah.
if anybody has something else to, recite or something, I just need a minute.
Okay, but if you, is there anybody with seconds with a poem hiding in your back pocket? If there is, we will take you now. Before
Yeah, I
Sarayu.
like to try, Raji.
Sure.
सड़क पर एक कागज हवा से खेल रहा था. हवा खेल रही थी कि कागज खेल रहा था, कहना मुश्किल था. ध्यान से देखा, कुछ लिखा था. उत्सुकता जगी, उठाया और पढ़ा. लिखा था, मुझे कूड़े के डिब्बे में डाल दो. वहाँ आज पार्टी होगी. मेरी होम कमिंग है वहाँ. अभी मैं बाहर ही हूँ. मुझे प्लीज मेरे घर पहुँचा दो. That's it. Now that made me think, what are homes for so many variety of things. We know, like पेड़ के पत्ते. वो होम कमिंग कैसे, उनकी होम कमिंग क्या होती है?
Interesting question. The fall or the spring. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Oh God.
Okay, Sarayu, you ready to go?
Still downloading the stuff,
It's taking time. Okay,
yeah.
anybody else, or we can ask
Cyrus can add something.
Or maybe Cyrus can take over so while Sarayu is hunting for a poem.
Sure. Okay.
Okay,
do
Cyrus,
that. Yep.
want you to do that?
Yeah. So yeah. So this one's also on the homecoming theme, and it's not an original; it's a cover. This is a song by Simon and Garfunkel called "Homeward Bound," and there's an interesting story behind it, which some of you I've shared with earlier. So Paul Simon had just recorded his first album with Art Garfunkel, and he was not sure as to what sort of reception it was going to get. And he was in fact very worried about it because he thought it was going to be a complete disaster. And he had come to England and he was doing gigs in England. And on one of his gigs, he would be dropped off at various locations to go to the next gig, and after that go to the next gig, etc. So he was at a railway station when he wrote this song, and he was thinking about going back home, and he was thinking about his then girlfriend. So this is Homeward Bound, a little bit of background on that. I'm sitting in the railway station, got a ticket for my destination. On a tour of one-night stands, my suitcase and guitar in hand, and every stop is neatly planned for a poet and a one-man band. Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping, home, where my music's playing, home, where my love lies waiting silently for me. Every day's one endless stream of cigarettes and magazines, and each town looks the same to me, the movies and the factories, and every stranger's face I see reminds me that I long to be homeward bound. I wish I were homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping, home, where my music's playing, home, where my love lies waiting silently for me. Tonight I'll sing my songs again, I'll play the game and pretend. But all my words come back to me in shades of mediocrity, like emptiness and harmony. I need someone to comfort me. Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping, home, where my music's playing, home, where my love lies waiting silently for me. Silently for me. Silently for me.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Simply
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Very nice.
Thank you.
That's touching. As always.
Thank you.
I love,
Lovely, lovely,
I
Saras.
love the way your voice took those high notes. It was just
Yeah.
awesome.
Yes, he's getting
Really
better
awesome.
at it. Huh?
Yeah,
And a very relatable,
We're not looking.
relatable tune, and very nice, easy.
Yeah, Simon and Garfunkel, so they are always
Very light, yeah.
easy on the ear. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, but hard to sing. It's
Yeah.
hard that
the
bit
high
where it
notes.
stops, right? The high notes, and I was like, and you just did it.
Thank you.
That's Simon. Huh? That's Paul
That's
Simon.
Paul Simon. Yeah.
Yeah.
But leaving with lightness, galore. Leaving with lightness,
Mm,
no heavy feelings.
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Sarayu, I'm gonna jump you. I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that I had a senior moment, and I got hold of a poem which, if I leave it too long, I'll forget about it.
Okay.
So I'm dreading a senior moment out here. So I'll take a couple of minutes, Sarayu, while you dress up and for the camera.
So I'm left doing that.
Yes, do it. Why not? Okay, so this is Walt Whitman, and Walt Whitman is one of my favorite poets. I've been reading him for quite some time, but this one I got straight. I just opened his book and I got it out there. And it's called Longings for Home, and it's written written as if in a voice of a person from the South. But as everybody knows, Walt Whitman was a New Yorker. But let's see how it goes. Oh, magnet South. Oh, glistening perfumed South. My South. Oh, quick metal, rich blood, impulse and love. Good and evil. Oh, all dear to me. Oh, dear to me, my birth things, all moving things, and the trees where I was born, the grains, plants, rivers. Dear to me, my own slow, sluggish rivers, where they flow distant over flats of silvery sands or through swamps. Dear to me, the Ronak, the Savannah, the Altamaha, the Pedi, the Dombiji, the Santee, the Kusa, and the Sabine. Oh, pensive, far away wanderings, they're all river names. I return with my soul to haunt their banks again. Again in Florida, I float on transparent lakes. I float on Okeechobee. I cross the hummock land or through pleasant openings or dense forests. I see the parrots in the woods. I see the pawpaw trees and the blossoming titi. While sailing in my coaster on deck, I coast off Georgia. I coast off the Carolinas. I see where the live oak is growing. I see where the yellow pine, the scented bay tree, the lemon and orange, the cypress, the graceful palmetto. I pass rude sea headlands and enter the Palmico Sound through an inlet and dart my vision inland. Oh, the cotton plant, the growing fields of rice, sugar, and hemp, the cactus guarded with thorns, the laurel tree with large white flowers, the range afar, the richness and barrenness, the old woods charged with mistletoe and trailing moss, the piney odor and the gloom, the awful natural stillness. Here in this dense swamps, the freebooter carries his gun, the fugitive slave has his concealed hut. Oh, the strange fascination of these half-known, half-impassable swamps, infested by reptiles, resounding with the bellow of the alligator, the sad noises of the night owl, and the wildcat, and the whir of the rattlesnake. The mockingbird, the American mimic, singing all the forenoon, singing through the moonlit night, the hummingbird, the wild turkey, the raccoon, the opossum, a Tennessee cornfield, the tall, graceful, long-leaved corn, slender, flapping, bright green with tassels, with beautiful ears, each well sheathed in its husk. An Arkansas prairie, a sleeping lake, a still bayou. O my heart, O tender and fierce pangs, I can stand them not. I will depart. Oh, to be a Virginian where I grew up. Oh, to be a Carolinian. Oh, longings irrepressible. Oh, I will go back to old Tennessee and never wander anymore.
Very
Thank you.
nice. Very
It's,
nice.
Wow.
it's almost like a ballet, you know?
Yeah. Walt Whitman, is it?
Yeah, Walt Whitman. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, this is one of his poems which are not too famous. Of course, his famous long poem, "The Leaves of Grass," is I think it has to be read by everybody. It's brilliant. It's
So
a
Rajiv ji,
Hanji.
I will like to take your leave.
Sure, Bhatia
Yeah,
ji.
yeah. We'll meet some next time.
Yes, sure. Please do
Okay.
come for our in-person meet end of the month. Get
Yeah,
into
yeah.
the metro.
Sure, I'll try to. I'll definitely try.
Yeah.
Okay, then bye
Again,
everybody.
you'll be missing
buddy, sir.
Sarayu's
Bye.
you'll be missing Sarayu's poem, but you can hear the recording later on.
Yeah.
Rajiv, I'm
Yeah, Sarayu.
also busy.
Yeah, sure.
It's a nice session. Really, I enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Sarayu, the stage is yours.
Okay, Sudeshi.
Hi,
Okay.
Simratji.
Bye.
Hi,
Bye,
everybody.
bye.
Hi,
Yeah.
Sarayu. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thank you.
Yeah. So again, I wrote it just now only around 7 p.m.
Sarayu, we need your camera.
Okay. Hi.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
Our irrepressible young poet, as I say, as I call her.
अब young भी बुढ़ी हो रही है.
No. Talk about getting old.
I wish I had the elixir to be young forever.
Yeah. Go on, Sarayu.
It's been long since I felt your touch. The warmth of your words, like a cup of hot coffee, on a wintry night. Conversations endless. Your deep eyes gazing mine. Arrested time. Sweetness of sweet nothings in the air. My fingers in your hair. It's been long since I felt your touch. The last time we met, in the white snow wet, from dawn till the darkness set, we whispered, let's be in touch, before parting ways for countless days. And I missed you so much. It's been long since I felt your touch. We kept our promises to be in touch through texts and chat and this and that, distanced by the screen, a virtual scene. Your deep eyes gazing mine, leaving our sorrows behind. Words, some said, some unsaid, reminiscing the times we met. It's been long since I felt your touch. A few more days and you'll be home. And I can't wait to feel your hair, talking endlessly, no distance, no resistance, no screen, no texts of how we've been in your arms as you come home and I feel home again.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Although, Sarayu, by your standards, this is a very soft poem. Usually,
I don't want to. Yeah, I'm not.
I usually see blood on the dance floor when you perform. So,
But it was a lovely poem.
yeah, it was a lovely poem.
Thank you.
I'm
Nice
actually
and
exploring my softer sides these days.
very
rather than
nice
harder.
and heartwarming it is.
Thank
Yes.
you.
I love the line about the coffee and the voice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's like it really like summed up like, yeah, it made me kind of like miss people as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've always been on the darker side, writing with dark stuffs and all. So I am just focusing on the
Yeah.
lighter side.
You thought that comes from moving from Dehradun to Delhi. I was, that change of the mood. Well, that's my theory. Anyway, sorry.
Okay.
You were tougher in Dehradun than you are in Delhi.
No, I
Well-
think COVID, the pandemic, we used to have the meetups during the pandemic.
Yes.
So pandemic itself had its impact. And then the kind of sector I'm coming from, working with a lot of marginalized people and have been through experiences. So my poems have always emerged from experiences and stuff. But I'm trying to explore my other sides also and trying to write on maybe the good experiences I'm having or maybe others are having right now. So just, trying to pick up on those lines. Yeah.
Okay, I think it's time to start winding up. We had a lovely session, and it's been a long session, longer than our usual ones. We started at 6. We started at 7, so it's 8:30 out in India, and I'm sure it's very late for you, Sheena. So we'll kind of wrap it up out here. And thank you very much for coming up. And of course, this is on YouTube. So